What is going on, guys? Brett here. My YouTube channel is Good Talk Gaming, and we are going to start a bit of a new series here on the channel, and it's going to be playing the new Dota 2 arcade game, Auto Chess. So I've seen other people play it on YouTube. I know there's a lot of hype around this game right now, but this game is right up my alley. It's very similar to other games that I'm currently playing on the channel, and I can explain it a bit as we get into it. Hopefully, wow, that's super loud. Jesus, I'll lower the volume even further. I actually lowered it as soon as I got on, and it was incredibly loud. Jesus. Alright, hopefully it gives me a second to do it. Yeah, but I'm going to explain the game as it gets going. Please, for the love of God, let me lower the volume. Okay, that should be a little bit better. If we have to adjust it more once we get in, that'll be fine. But guys, if you've been watching my channel, you've probably seen that I was playing Legion TD for a good while, trying to showcase that game. It kind of arose in the same way that Auto Chess has as a mod for Warcraft 3. And that game is still being played in its original form to this day. And Auto Chess seems fun. I've played 2 games so far. I did very poorly on my first game and really good on my second game. I haven't watched a ton of dudes play this game to learn all the ins and outs and the strategies, so it's a pretty fresh look in terms of my perspective on the game. I will say my first game I was not having that much fun because the interface is a little janky, so yeah, so just be warned. Sometimes the hotkeys don't register. You have to double click a lot of stuff, like constantly try and do certain things, and the pace of the game can be a little off-putting at first. You can end up, feeling like you're rushed, especially if you need to sit and read. Your first few games, you're going to feel really rushed because you're not going to have any idea what the heck is going on. So hopefully, if you're watching me right now, I by no means know all the strategies. I know just a few, and I'm trying to try out different strategies each time I play to kind of broaden my knowledge. And I wanted to make sure that the first time I recorded this for y'all, that it was going to be not just me floundering about trying to figure out what to do, but having some idea of what was going on. And so yeah, so as I mentioned, very similar to Legion TD2, and the thing that makes it the most similar is the economy system. There's a bit of strategy around when to purchase things, when to save for each round. There's also the whole concept of you're basically building units on a board that are static until it's time to fight, and then they fight other players' units on the board. And of course, everything is Dota 2 themed. All the heroes are Dota 2. They use some of the same abilities, and what you're trying to do is get a lot of synergies built up. There are items that drop off of creeps that spawn in certain waves, and yeah, it's a general, ranking system. There are 8 players here. It looks like someone's having a hard time loading in. In my experience, this is pretty common. There's always one guy who's having trouble. So hopefully this goes quickly. Yeah, I hate to have you guys sitting at the loading screen. Maybe in future videos I'll bring you right into the game. But I wanted to give a bit of an introduction. Look at the Dota 2 page. You do have to, of course, install Dota 2 to play this. Oh, he failed. Wow. We also experienced this quite a bit. And what it does, quite annoyingly, is it sends you back to this whole nonsense. And of course, this dude has not left the queue. So he is going to, stay in and keep trying to play, but he may end up actually messing up our ability to get into a game. So I had this experience last night with my buddy, and it took 3 tries before we got in. So everything's not perfect yet in terms of this game, and I find the UI is a little bit buggy, and just getting into the game seems a bit like it needs to be streamlined. There's just so many extra loading screens and menus and things. Obviously, I'm not a game designer. Maybe all of that isn't very necessary. I can't say, but it just doesn't feel streamlined. Yeah, that guy needs to be probably kicked out. And let's see. So I'm not going to edit this out, guys, because honestly, this is part of the experience. Yeah, let's go ahead and exit out of this. I'm not saying that I'm giving like an in-depth review or anything. I'm by no means a critic of video games. But I will say that everything affects your fun level, right? So if my experience with the game after only playing, 3 games and watching, 2 or 3 games is that it's really hard to get into the game for X, Y, and Z reasons, then that's a valid criticism. Of course, my sample size is way too small to be harsh by any means, but I'm gonna reserve judgment there and just say that anytime you're trying to get 8 people on the internet to do the same thing at the same time, there's bound to be one person who has difficulty, either because of computer issues, internet issues, and Dota is a game that's played all over the world, and I think a lot of the problems that exist are because of that fact. You're pulling a lot of people from across the world to try and play a game. So hopefully after all this loading, we end up in a decent game and we get to have fun, and I could walk you through some of the strategies. But yeah, I think in future games, I'm going to do my best to begin the recording at the moment that we are able to get into the game. So no worries there. We won't have to sit through a loading screen every time you want to watch me play this. But we'll quickly run out of things to talk about if we have to sit here and watch other people slowly load in. And you know what, honestly, okay, I was going to say, if this guy can't make it in and we end up doing the whole song and dance all over again, I will consider just straight up cutting this. But I'll leave it in now. 7 minutes of pretty much nothing. But here we go. So you'll see the map in the corner here. We're in this position. This is our little guy who walks back and forth. And right off the bat, the game gives us 3 tinies. Okay, so these are our heroes to choose from. We need to be quick and moving our tiny to the front. And this is what I had trouble with when I first started playing. This didn't feel very intuitive. I felt like I should have just been able to drag click my hero onto the board. But you have to do everything through these little chess pieces here. So our gold right now, 0. We had to spend our first gold on our first hero. Chesses refers to the number of pieces we currently have, or heroes, and we can only have 1 of 1. Every time we level up, you'll see here our level is 1. As we gain experience and level up, we will be able to... Oh, that's really good for us. So, hope it's not just me, but that sound is very loud as well. And what we did last turn was we locked those 2 things. We'll unlock it now. We made it so that we would not get another randomly shuffled set of heroes provided to us, but we would get the same one. So what we've been able to do is get a very quick turn 2 level 2 hero, and the levels go up to level 3. And we gave him the item, the crown, 25% mana regen. Every time he gets hit, he does like a stunning throw once he takes enough damage. So we'll watch his little blue bar go up, and then when he gets the chance, he's going to end up doing like a big throw. May not work on minions, but very soon we're going to start battling other heroes. And we need to put another chess piece down for sure. Actually, we need to put 2 more chess pieces down. And Tiny is a warrior elemental, so there are synergies that we can get with Axe. We could have also considered buying these 3.
My quiver and bow are ready.
Because they're all goblins, and 2 of them are mechs. So we need to click here, Drow Ranger, bring her in. First time I get to play her. She is a Hunter Undead. So we have to have certain numbers of certain types in order to receive bonuses. We need 3 different warrior heroes to get the armor increase by 7 for all friendly warriors. Quarterstaff, that's pretty cool. 5 attack damage, and then 10 attack speed. We also get a cloak and a ring of regen. So some pretty good items for us right off the bat. So we're looking to get orcs, warriors, elementals, hunters, or undead. pretty specific group of things. At the moment, I don't think we want any of these guys. I think we're going to try and save. And I think we want to give the region ring to him. And to him. And maybe give the Drow Ranger the quarterstaff so she can do her attack damage. She should have very great attack speed, and we may end up trying to tuck our guys into the corner here. But here we go, we're fighting another team of heroes. I think they're all level 1, we can tell by the stars here. So I think we should have some advantage with Tiny being level 2. But man, they were able to nuke all of our guys down pretty hard. Yeah, they reduced a ton of damage, so we lost there, and we're going to lose a little bit of health. You'll see we're down to 98%. And we can spend some of our crowns, some of our gold here to speed up our level up. Wow, more tinies. I think we're going to buy them both. So in order to get to level 3, we need to be able to make a bigger tiny. We would make another tier 2 tiny. And I'm not sure if we have to do it again. I want to say if we get one more tiny, we make another level 2, and then I think we need another level 2 to make it a level 3. So we'll see if that's feasible or not. Fortunately, Chaos Knight seems to be very, very strong. He absorbed a ton of damage and took almost none in return. I think I've seen kind of these two be a little bit broken in some of my matches. Chaos Knight's damage reduction, and then Razor seems to do a ton of damage. Plasma Field as an ability. Nah, we're going to lose again. It's unfortunate. So we're not doing so hot. Like I said, I don't know which heroes might be overpowered. I can only base that off of what I've seen so far. And last night I played a game where a guy was leaning super heavily. We want both of these.
For the quarry.
So we can make another tier 2 tiny. And we bought him because he's both an orc. There we go. He's both an orc and a hunter. So we should be getting perhaps the orc buff. So we have 2 orcs. They should each have 250 extra HP. We'll see if that's the case. And I spent some gold, which may or may not have been a good idea. I'm too new to the game yet to understand. But I've advanced the number of chess pieces that I have in the hopes of winning this upcoming battle. And we did quite handily. So we'll see here, we're getting the battle hardened buff. So Axe and Beastmaster each have extra HP. Let's go ahead and lower the audio even further. It's kind of unbelievable how loud this game is. Okay. So we won that one, and we get a little bit of gold for winning. So, and if you can go on a bit of a win streak, that is good as well. This is a demon hunter. I don't think that's supposed to read that way. We may want to pick up a disruptor.
Stormcrafter comes.
Disruptor is an orc and a shaman. Interesting. We don't quite have the hunter synergy. Alright, let's see what we're fighting. There's a level 2 axe, a level 2 drow ranger, and 2 razors. Okay, the axe goes into the back line on my drow ranger. And my Beastmaster turned to try and hit with his ability. Yeah, we got wrecked. Maybe we need more AoE. The razors do a ton of AoE with this plasma field, and you can take a second to read what that does. So another axe.
Axe in hand.
something we're looking for. We'd love to get another axe. We can use this to reroll pieces at the cost of 2. Unfortunately, there's nothing there that we want. A warrior actually wouldn't be bad. We need a third type of warrior to trigger the armor buff. So we've got a lot of like the beginnings of a good build here, I think, but we need to finish it off somehow. Okay. We killed Luna. We killed Shadow Fiend after he did his ult. Looks like we're going to kill this Abaddon. Well, no, he's invulnerable, I guess. Aphotic Shield. Man, I wish we could tell them who to attack. And Omni Knight's going to get a big heal off. And then, man, we're going to lose another fight. So this has been pretty rough for us. We're not winning a lot of battles. And this one guy is still at 100%, so he hasn't lost a fight yet. Interesting. Phantom Assassin and, like I said, Chaos Knight I think are pretty high tier picks. But Juggernaut is both an orc and a warrior. Okay. So, I think we take her out. We put him in. And now we're going pretty wide on the orc warrior synergy. We should have 3 different warriors. So we have battle hardened plus fortified armor. So our guys should be pretty tanky. So we're going to be able to beat whoever this is, Monet, who's second from the bottom.
Victory is great honor.
Okay. Go ahead and get another piece so we can put another guy in. Oh. A Lycan would be great. We're very close to being able to upgrade them. And I would love to be able to take these Lenas, but I don't... She would actually work pretty well with our build. But we need to put someone else in. And I think we can put in Lycan. He transforms into a wolf and summons wolves. He also has 3 types, which is pretty useful. So now we're just fighting golems, hoping to get some good items. I don't know what all the recipes yet are for making items. Picked up a chainmail, that's okay. 5 armor to somebody. Probably just going to give that to our same Tiny who has a ton of items.
We did it, little
And
rock.
another cloak that we can give to someone else. Okay, who do we want to give the cloak to? And there we go, we get our 3rd Lycan, so that's very good. So let's go ahead and put them in. As soon as we put in 3, they'll merge. And we'll get a tier 2 Lycan. Let's give him the cloak. That gives him 15% magic resistance. That'll help him to survive. And I'm going to put Juggernaut in the middle because he does a swirling AoE attack that makes him immune to magic. And we want him kind of in the meat and center of our opponent's build. So we're up against the guy who's currently number 1. And he has more chess pieces than us. But man, are we going to be able to beat him? That's kind of insane. But we may be beating him because he's like econing really hard, which is why he has more pieces than us. So we may have just beat him just now, which is nice. I mean, we beat the guy in first place, but he's probably just sitting on a huge stack of gold. I'm not sure if there's some way to know that. But that's good. We're kind of like clawing our way back into the game. We have 3 level 2 heroes, which is nice. And I think Lycan kind of falls into the category of very strong hero.
Juggernaut stands ready.
Okay. We got one more Juggernaut. It would be nice to get another one if we could. And I'm going to try one more reroll. And we get a chance to take an axe here,
Axe in hand.
which is great, because now we're going to get a level 2 axe. But you see what I'm saying about the clock? It can feel pretty quick, especially when you're just learning the interface and the interactions. So we need to be on the lookout for one more Juggernaut to level him up. Okay, that's a level 2 Bat Rider, level 1 Chaos Knight. So Abaddon and Chaos Knight are very tanky. We're fighting Nero, who's one rank below us currently. Interesting build. Looks very difficult to take down. Once he gets some DPS guys, he'll probably be pretty scary. But yeah, I think we're going to ultimately lose because we're sacrificing our economy to stay in this, and we're trying to get win streak bonuses, which ultimately helps our economy. So this is exactly what we asked for. We're not going to get greedy. We'll pass on the next one, and we'll get our tier 2 Juggernaut. And there he goes. So as they level, I mean, of course they get better stats, but their attacks go up to the next tier of damage. So now the only level 1 hero we have is currently Beastmaster. And I would love to get up to 7 pieces, which we might be able to do next round if we would like. And if I knew we were going to be facing this many guys, I might have done it this turn. Axe seems to be doing damage. At the end of the battle, it shows you like a profile of how much damage each person did. So you can kind of tweak your formation, know who's being effective and who's not. Interesting battle. And if we wanted to, we could go to these other squares and watch other people fight. And let's see what kind of rolls we get to see if we should be
Juggernaut stands ready.
leveling here. And one more, and we're going to go up. Okay. No point in re-rolling or anything like that because we won't be able to do anything with it. And we certainly want to bring in our Drow Ranger. Keep her tucked in. We don't have any hunter synergies yet. We need one more hunter, I think. Feels like Lycan would be a hunter, but he's not. So it's good to look and see who has what synergy. Are we going to be able to win this? Marmeladny Papa. Okay. There's all my Russian education for you. It's like Marmalade Papa. It's kind of a weird name. But it looks like we're going to take this one. Perhaps barely. A Photic Shield gets popped. So it looks like he's temporarily... No, that wasn't a Photic Shield. This is Luna. Not sure what that ability was. But Lycan wins it out for us, which is great. I don't think we want any of these. This is a hunter. That could be nice. I don't know how strong Anti-Mage is, though. And let's re-roll.
Master of beasts.
Beastmaster is good. We want one more Beastmaster. Can we get something good? Another Juggernaut. That's pretty good. Okay. So one more Juggernaut and we can make another level 2 Juggernaut. And one more Beastmaster and we can make our Beastmaster a level 2 one. As far as I can tell, guys, the chessboard pattern doesn't really play that much of a role in how things interact. It's more of a... You'll see here, none of my other units can attack because this thing is in the corner. So if you're trying to play very defensive, you could turtle up in the corner to protect your guys. I'm not sure who we want to give this to. Maybe Lycan. But I think once Lycan does his ability, he doesn't really like do it again. So that may not be the best character. Another unique warrior. Yeah, these are not things we want. Let's give this to our Beastmaster. Hopefully that'll lead to him throwing more axes. It has a pretty low cooldown. It doesn't do a lot of damage yet because he's still level 1. And we're fighting against, I guess, the guy who's in first place again. Yeah. We've got a Dragon Knight and a Viper. A Puck level 2, a Razor level 2. Alright, our Juggernaut went magic invulnerable right as the big magic ability went off. But Puck just kind of wrecked us with his AoE. And I don't think Juggernaut's... Oh, there he goes. He's not hitting Razor, unfortunately, and he almost wins it for us. Very close. Okay, to know that we're that close to the top guy feels pretty good. Man, we're not getting the rolls. We're not getting the rolls. Come on. Wow. Alright, so that sucked. That sucked pretty bad. For the amount that we spent, we could have gotten close to leveling. And that'll probably be the toughest fight we face, and if we can come that close to beating him, that's great. So our Juggernaut did a ton of damage. Obviously, he was the last one to survive, and our axe got wrecked right off the bat. So this is where our DPS it shows for the round. And they're turtling in the corner, which might end up being great against us because we have no great way to get back there. Juggernaut got focused down. Treant, level 2, is going to be doing a lot of healing. And Furion summoned this little coconut guy, which absorbed a ton of our DPS. Hopefully our summons here can kill terribly. And they're going to jump back here to get on Drow Ranger. Yeah, Furion just got so many summons this fight. But our Drow Ranger, being tucked away safely in the back, she was able to just sit and do constant damage. Very good. So we need to get to a higher tier of gold by saving if possible. We get another axe.
Axe in hand.
Let's try a reroll. This could be a mistake. Man, another axe is good. We've seen a lot of Chaos Knights this game. But we have no Knight synergies, I don't think, and we have no Demon synergies as well. I'm really looking for another Beastmaster and another Juggernaut. And now I'm kind of looking for another axe as well. So let's see how this goes. Who are we fighting? Ram-Hand. We're fighting... Yeah, we're fighting the same guy. The guy in first place. Okay. I wonder how much rhyme or reason there is to how you fight who. So now he's got Kunkka. I think Kunkka is also one of the most overpowered heroes in the game. His ult does like a huge AoE stun. And you'll see there, he absolutely crushed us this time. We may need to rethink our positioning. Who's still fighting? Okay, this guy was fighting me and he managed to beat me apparently. Man, another Chaos Knight. And it just gave me a tier 2 Queen of Pain. That's hard to pass up. Oh, I don't have enough space. So I need to eliminate... someone.
Time for some role play.
Okay. So I can make this tier 2 Queen of Pain now. But I'm going to have to probably buy more chess pieces. So now we're going up against someone who's not in the top of the leaderboard. Let's see how we do. Bounty Hunter does a lot of damage. You see there, he kind of nuked my Tiny. And I think we're able to overwhelm this guy. We'll see. His Kunkka ult completely whiffed, didn't hit anybody. So it's looking pretty close. This Tinker here just did a ton of damage. Nah. He's got a lot of regen from self-repair. Something that mechs do. And I feel like Tiny Toss should do some damage, maybe. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. That's kind of the second time I used Tiny. Can we get to level 8? We cannot. But we should still be able to make her.
It feels
Take out Beastmaster, I guess.
to be bad.
And she'll probably jump in the back line, and she does a Scream of Pain. It's like an AoE. Hopefully it does some damage. We don't have to worry about it this turn. It's round 20. Alright, as long as we get our wolf summons off, we should be okay. And we're going to get Robe of the Magi. I wish I knew what the item recipes were. Stout Shield is decent. We could maybe think about giving that to our axe. Okay, we're going to level. That's good. Reroll. We don't have a lot left. I think we definitely want to get another Drow Ranger. And we are going to put back in our Beastmaster. Gotta have our orcs, and we gotta have our warriors. Okay, we're fighting Matek. He's one below us currently. Man, some of these battles, it's really hard to tell how they're going. So many abilities going off. Okay, we killed Omni Knight. Alright, that went well. I feel like now it's just a matter of us getting lucky on our rolls. And we need to give these items to somebody. I'm just not sure who. We give that to Queen of Pain. And I think we, like I said, we want to give the Stout Shield maybe to Axe, because when he uses Berserker's Call, he's tanking for us. Yeah, I don't think we can take these. The Sniper would be okay as a hunter, I think. So Stout Shield blocks 10 damage, and he already gains extra armor, extra HP, and then even more armor thanks to Berserker's Call, which gives him 10 armor. So he should be able to tank pretty well for us, in theory. Wow, that's big damage coming through. Here comes Kunkka's ship. And it hits a few of us. Slaughterer went down, the wolves are going down, and then down goes Tuskar, level 2 Tuskar. And we managed to win. So we go back into second place. Not bad for our third game. The last game I played, me and my buddy were tied for second place. We lost like on the same round. Still tempted to get the Disruptor again. We paid a lot for him last time. But man, these are not what we want. We're so close to getting a lot of things. So here we go, another tier 2 Juggernaut. Man, I feel like Lich is probably sick.
Time for some role play.
But we're going to take this Beastmaster out next round, and then we'll put in another tier 2 Juggernaut. Alright, this guy has a lot of Druids, and the strength behind Druids I found out is that they level really fast. They don't need 3 of something to level, they only need 2 once you have a certain number of Druids. So the Treant Protector plus Furion, they all level very quickly. I was able to get two or three like tier 3 druids in my last game. So can we beat all this regen? That's a lot of regen. Self-repair plus... and now we have to kill the very annoying little Treant. Alright, alright. We got it. Wow, these little things are strong. That was close. Okay, Kunkka's pretty strong, but he's not who we want. Now, however, we want to just level up this Juggernaut.
All enemies fall at the whim of my blade.
And we have tons of magic immunity and AoE damage right in the front. And we need one more Drow Ranger to level her up. You know, one more Beastmaster, one more Axe. We're on the verge of so many good things. We'll see. Queen of Pain did almost 120 damage there. Fighting Matek again. See how we do. He's got double Shadow Fiend. They both ulted at like the same time and like really did a ton of damage to us. Alright, Omni Knight did a good bit of healing there. He does like a healing AoE spell. But our Queen of Pain is doing great work for us. There we go, that's our third Beastmaster. So we can finally level them up. And I think a level 2 Beastmaster is going to be better than our level 1 Drow Ranger. Until we can hit level 9. I think that's just kind of like where we're at. The axes do more damage. But because we're so melee focused, our guys have a hard time getting into combat easily. Be ready to pick up any items they drop. Okay, another crown. May want to give that to Axe. And maybe give this one to Axe as well. We're close to making another tier 2 Axe. These are pretty bad rolls for us. I think we'll roll again. We're sitting on a ton of gold. We appear to be very far away from reaching rank 9. I'm not going to do that again. But what I will do is make another big boy axe.
Axe grows stronger.
And then pull it out. Okay, so we're at... all of our guys are level 2, which is great. We want to keep as much gold as we can, that way we can earn interest. And this is versus Nero. Guy here. I think he's the one that has a super tanky build. So Abaddons plus Chaos Knights. Very hard to kill. Lots of DPS too. Oh, this guy might wreck us. Yeah, we did not do so good. It looks like all of our DPS went into hitting these heroes that we couldn't even hit. Feels pretty bad. Nothing that we want, nothing that we want. Another Lycan. We're just not even that close to making him.
Wolf in man's clothing.
Gotta get more rolls.
Juggernaut stands ready.
Another Juggernaut is basically what we need. We need 2 more of those. And there's nothing, so we'll pass. There may be something to like going wide here for us, instead of like turtling. But look at the perfect line we made. Our Queen of Pain was pretty well protected, able to do a screen that did a ton of AoE damage. And this guy is currently ahead of us. The Marmalade Daddy. And Nero seems to be coming back. So good for him. Maybe he's been like saving gold this whole time and he just kind of like was able to get his build right. So we're on the lookout for 2 more Juggernauts. Nope. Nope. Damn, I hate doing all these rerolls because we're really just spending a ton of gold. And we didn't get anything just now. Actually, a Drow Ranger. Let's make a tier 2 Drow Ranger. And we have to pull her out. I think if we want to stay competitive with the guys who are currently like beating us, I think we need to find a way to get this Drow Ranger into the fight. Or this axe. So I think if we win right now, we're going to knock this guy out of the game. Oh god. Call down. Who's doing that? That's Gyrocopter. Wow, and we got crushed. Okay. He's got a level 3 Treant Protector and a level 3 Enchantress, so that's got to be a ton of healing for him. He was able to get really, you know, concentrated. I mean, some of this game is like gambling, you know, almost the compulsive hitting over and over again of the reroll button. And hoping to get lucky. Like here, I mean, we got nothing, essentially. And I think we just need to spend like everything we get to try and get to rank 9. That way we can add another hero, so we might be able to compete. Alright, we're up against the rank 1 guy. See how we do. Took out his Doom. It looks like we're about to kill his Viper. Nope, he survived. So that pretty much spells Doom for us. Yeah, he absolutely smashed us. So we're dropping down the leaderboard pretty hard. I would almost love to sit here with a pro and have them kind of tell me, you know, where I'm going right, where I'm going wrong. I feel like I went for a lot of rerolls when I should have been saving gold for later in the game. I mean, another Lycan would be okay, but it's not what we need. Another Lycan's not going to save us. We need to get to tier 3. We need one more Juggernaut to get a tier 3 Juggernaut. Oh, I did not mean to buy that. Let's sell. Get our gold back. But we need to buy another chess piece just so we can put one of our tier 2s down. Okay, let's see how we do against these dudes. Our tinies just get ate up. And we haven't seen another tiny since like the beginning of the game. We were able to rush like 2 tier 2 ones and then we haven't seen another one. And it looks like we're not even going to beat these golems. Wow. That sucks. Or these thunder lizards. Okay, another Beastmaster. We don't need that. God, we didn't level. I was counting on leveling there. Okay, Marmalade, let's see what you got. So tanky. They have lots of evasion, lots of protection. Our guys just spent so much time not hitting and missing. Is that going to be it for us? And that's going to be it. So, I hope you enjoyed at least watching, even if you were a little bit confused as I may have been. We can go down here and watch this guy play for a second here and just kind of see what he does. Sure is a way to see how many... Like, I'd like to see what his current... No, I don't want to look at his profile. I just want to see what his current, like, number of chesses are. We can kind of count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's currently sitting at 9 things that he can field. We were just one off from that. And he's almost got a tier 3 razor. Not sure who he's fighting, but we'll see after. But whoever it is going to absolutely crush him. Wonder if it is Nero. Yeah, Nero appears to be the guy who's currently taking over the game. Going with lots of really, really tanky heroes. Abaddon plus Omni Knight, that's heals. Chaos Knight does a stun. That's a tier 3 lone druid, so that summons a bear, which tanks, and also roots. Photic Shield has been very good for him, and then he has a tier 2 Dragonite, which turns into a dragon, which does splash damage, and then Troll Warlord, which does more damage the longer he attacks the same target. Interesting. Interesting that he would put in the Gyrocopter over this tier 2 Chaos Knight. I'm sure he knows what he's doing better than I do. They're fighting each other again, it looks like. Okay, he beat him again. And ran and beat Marmalade. Huh. Very interesting. Watch here, see what kind of rolls they may get. And we'll see, you've probably been seeing the whole game going across the screen. Whenever a player is able to get an upgrade, it lets everyone else know. So it doesn't look like... Maybe I was about to say, maybe he picked up another Abaddon, and he's going to make a tier 2 one. Good items on this guy, the ultimate orb. So it has a Chrysalis. So now we're just watching the two first and second place guys duke it out. Hope you guys don't mind. But this is how you learn. You gotta watch players better than yourself. I'm not an expert, and I'm hoping to pick up something just by watching them play. Wow, and the bear beats him and then dies. What? So he technically lost. I'm guessing Viper has some sort of poison damage. And the same exact thing happened up there. The bear just barely won it for him. Yeah, I said that. But it looks like he's got the third Razor. So he's going to get a tier 3 Razor, which is huge. It's going to free up another slot for him to bring in someone else. Curious who he's going to bring in. Okay, a second Lich who does Chain Frost. Okay, it's a lot of damage with each bounce. But that's huge for him. The damage is going to be insane. But now it's a round 35. He's fighting a Black Dragon, which has 10,000 HP. And he crushed it, and he gets an ultimate orb. That's a great item. See if he picks it up. And who he gives it to. I imagine you kind of want to suit up your Razor. Okay, so he got a tier 2 Omni Knight that he wants to put in. May take out this Dragonite here. Or Yeah, he's going to take out the Disruptor. Interesting that he didn't pick up the Ultimate Orb and give it to somebody. He's a little slow on the draw there, but it's kind of like I said. You know, I almost feel like you need another 5 seconds to get ready. There's just a few too many things going on, and the UI is just a bit too clunky. You see the Chain Frost bouncing back and forth between everyone. The bear does big work. He's got 2,000 HP and the ability to root sometimes. Okay, so Ram-An finally wins a game, probably thanks to the ridiculous power of his Razor. He also has a level 3 Puck, I'm just noticing. That probably does a ton. The Illusory Orb. Elf Dragon, so he's got some dragon synergies. He needs 3 friendly dragons to get 100 mana when the battle starts. But I think he only has 2. Dragonite is... No, Viper... No, he does have 3. So he starts battle with a ton of mana. And he can just instantly transform. He instantly shoots off Puck's little ability. And I guess he instantly does Viper Strike. That's pretty powerful. I might look to do dragon synergies in the future and see if I can pull that off. Good battle. They each won their respective battles. So I've never seen a game go on past about this point before. And I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. Even if it's not from my pure perspective. So he's got a tier 2 Disruptor who does Static Storm. It silences enemy units and damages them. And the longer it goes on, the more damage it does. I wonder how likely it is to make an Aghanim Scepter. He has an Ultimate Orb, which I think is part of the recipe. There's a Vitality Booster. I'm not sure what in this game you have to get to make those recipes. Yeah, Razor's so well protected. Chain Frost did big damage there. Dragonite and Lich are going to barely pull that out. So Nero lost. What's he working with? There's a Techies. I haven't even seen Techies in the game yet. Level 3 Chaos Knight. Level 2 Dragonite. Level 3 Lone Druid is super strong. I'm wondering if he's able to pick up anything right now. Doesn't appear like it, like he's got anything. Whoa, pulling out his Abaddon for Templar Assassin. Interesting. And he's got another upgrade for Viper, so he can make another tier 2 Viper, which might be good because it'll start the battle with full mana and do some damage. But Templar Assassin seems very strong with the Refraction, and it jumped into the back line and did a lot of damage. Wow, that Chain Frost did a lot of damage right at the end, but it wasn't enough. So they each lost to each other, but Nero lost, and that was his final health. So that was it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. Yeah, I'm going to be playing it a good bit on the channel. We can look here for I think that was my 3rd or 4th game I ever played. Not too bad. I did my best. And I will certainly keep learning as we go. And hopefully get a lot better. Learn more about the game. Learn more about the synergies. I think I got bottlenecked early on, though. I grabbed these 2 Tinies. Really hoping to make a tier 3 Tiny. And we just never got there. We were so close to kind of pulling our build together, and we just couldn't quite get it. And I wish there was a way to look at maybe economy, but apparently not. But that is okay, guys. So I will see you in the next one, y'all. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. The game is Auto Chess. If you'd like to see more of this, just let me know down in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every single subscription that I get on my new YouTube channel. And like the video if you did enjoy it. And feel free to leave any kind of constructive criticism, guys. Constructive criticism of my build, constructive criticism of my commentary. I would appreciate both, honestly. I'm trying to get better at pretty much every aspect of the way I conduct myself on YouTube. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you later.